Hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? So far I'm doing okay. um, Sorry for the wait. My drawing tablet almost decided not to work on me, and I was like, no, not again. Like the second time it's giving me issues. But yeah, hello everybody. Today's stream is kind of harkening back to yesterday's. If you weren't there, I was playing Ensemble Stars, the rhythm game, right? My first time ever playing it. I played a little bit more after. Not a whole lot though. Less than I originally anticipated, but I played a little bit more. And I listened to some of the full versions of the songs that I played yesterday, and they were very good. But yeah, I'm trying to get into the series and stuff. But I thought, it would be cute if I drew some of the characters. But I was like, oh, that's gonna take me a really long time, isn't it? And then I thought, what if I just make them smaller? I just compress them into little chibis. And I'm like, that's a great idea. I'm gonna do that. So today I will be drawing some Ensemble Stars characters as little itty bitty guys. Little beans. Smaller beans than they already are. I say some, not all, because I knew there was a lot. Visually, when you see all of them together, I'm like, wow, that's a lot. But then when you put them into numbers, I'm like, wow, that's a lot. There's just the idols themselves, around 50 or just under 50. I was like, woo-wee, that's a lot of idols. That's a lot of dudes. So I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing all that, not all 50. That would take me multiple streams, multiple days. That would take way too long. So I just decided on choosing 7. I thought 7 was a good number. On just 7 of the characters that caught my eye yesterday. And whose designs I really liked, upon closer inspection, right? That I thought would be cool to draw as little guys, little chibis. So yeah, I'm gonna go over who I decided to pick as my victims, no, as my artistic subjects for today. So I'm actually gonna start doing that right now. So let me just pull up my drawing program and boop. Hold on, let me make myself a little smaller because I'm covering everything. So let me just do that real quick. But yeah, before I tried to prepare a little bit before stream. So just to make the drawing process much faster, because I draw very slow. And I knew that if I were to start completely from scratch, I wouldn't be able to get through them all. So I did a little bit before. As you can see, I mainly I drew one base body, and I just copy pasted it for all of them except for two. I did that originally. My intention was to draw different poses for all of them, either based off of their official art or that I thought matched their personalities. But then I was well, for one, I kind of got a little lazy. Not gonna lie. It was mainly because of laziness, but also it was because I thought to myself, girl, you're not gonna use these drawings for anything after today, so there's kind of no point in making them all drastically different from each other, because that's just gonna take way longer. And this is also not, it was never meant to be a super what's the word, serious drawing or anything. It was just supposed to be for fun from from the get-go, just to be for fun, for the sillies, right? So I was I'm not gonna put that much effort into it to make them all very different. So I drew one body for all of them. Except for these two, and I will go over who I decided to choose. I also have the references here. So the characters that I decided to choose, no, that I decided to draw, Mitsuru and Makoto are kind of overlapping, but I tried not to have two characters from the same group. I tried to do like various groups. So I decided for today to draw Arashi from Knights, Mayoi from Alkaloid, Natsume from Switch, Adonis from Undead, Makoto from... Oh, what is the group name? I'm still trying to learn all the group names. It's just like off the top of my head. Hold on. Makoto from Trickstar, Mitsuru from Rabbits, and Fuyume or Yume from... They're the one with the long name. Special for Princess. Hopefully I got those all right. So those are the ones that I decided to draw for today. So yeah. The only ones whose chibi bodies are different, and there's a reason for that, were Mayoi and Makoto. Mainly Makoto because he's the only one that with glasses, right? Here. So I thought it'd be kind of funny to draw him as, like, you know the meme that's like, actually, and it's like the nerd emoji with like the little pointer finger up. he was the one that I originally thought of having a different pose for, just so I could do that. So that's why his has the little pointer finger up, because I wanted to like sort of recreate the meme. And then Mayoi's is slightly different also because he has like the shark teeth, and I really like character designs with sharp teeth, whether it's like the traditional like two fangs or like the shark teeth, kind of like how Mayoi has, which is like the multiple, right? And I thought it'd be kind of cute if it was like him pointing to his teeth. So that's why those two are the only different ones, because those were the only ones that I thought of like having like a cute pose for. And I was also struggling on thinking of poses for the rest of them, so that's why I kept them all the same for the most part. But yeah, those are the ones we're going through today. I'm gonna go one by one, like down the row, and hopefully they all turn out really good. So yeah, I just have like the base bodies, and I'll draw like the hair, the faces, the clothes, all of like their determining features on top. So it's just a base. So I'm gonna start first down the line with Arashi. I'm just gonna, so they don't overlap. There we go. I just have like the references next to them so like I could refer. So first up, Arashi. She was one of like the first that like caught my eye when I was listening to OnStar songs like just on my own, like before playing. And I really like Knights. But I seem to gravitate more towards her, so I'm gonna start with her. Where's my regular brush? There we go. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna start probably with the face. Oh yeah, so apart from... I kind of mentioned that like I listened to like some of like the full versions of the songs that I played yesterday, because I actually haven't listened to any of the full versions. Because they have like the shortened one for the games, but then they have like a full version of the song like on streaming and whatever. So I listened to those, and they were very good, but I was very disappointed in one of them, mainly because... So let me explain. I mentioned yesterday that I really liked Distorted Heart by Alkaloid, and like I want to learn to dance to it and blah blah blah, right? So yesterday when I was listening to the full version, I was so disappointed. Not because it was a bad song, it's a great song, but because in the short version for the game, they left out such a cool part. There's like a little trumpet section like right before the bridge of the song in the full recording, and when I listened to it for the first time yesterday, I was like, whoa, that sounds so cool. Why did they cut it out? I was disappointed that they cut it out for the game version, and like I kind of like, I get it, they want to make it short, right? But come on, that was like the coolest part, I believe, and like would have like added so much more. But you know, they probably had their reasons. But I'm still disappointed that in the game version the trumpets weren't all there. So that's why I said like I was disappointed. They should have had it there, but you know. At least it's in the full version. And I saw like the full dance for Fall in Love It's Wonderland by Rabbits, because people said it was really cute. It's really cute. I like it a lot. I put it on like my list of songs that I want to make like dance covers for. Why am I having so much trouble with the eye? But yeah, I watched the dance to it and I was like, this is adorable. Same with Melty Kitchen, also by Rabbits. So those two I've got my eye on for potential covers in the future. Giving them big ol' bug eyes. Just to add to the cuteness factor. Or should I just do like a little dot? I'm actually not sure. I'm actually not used to drawing chibis all that much. I really don't. So I'm still trying to like figure out my style like for when I do chibis. Or should I give them all like little heart eyes? You know what, that's cute. I'm gonna give them all little heart eyes. Why not? Why not? Ah. Draw a heart challenge. Impossible. There we go. I'm mostly just gonna keep them like super simple, super simplified. Because they're supposed to be like cute and small anyways. Like I've seen some chibis that are literally just 2 dots for the eyes and like a triangle for the mouth and that's it. And I think that's adorable. Oh wait, I remember I was supposed to bring this up right now. I'm slightly embarrassed by the thumbnail I made for this stream. It is now, I would like to say, the single-handedly the laziest thumbnail I've ever made. My internal monologue was like, girl, for somebody with 1,200 subscribers, you need better thumbnails. I didn't mean to be lazy, I just didn't know what to do for it, you know? And then I just came up with that, and I was like, yeah, next time I need to put better, like, more thought and effort into my thumbnails. Because some of them are kind of not it. But most specifically this one, I was just like, what did I do? B. Eyes. Do like a little... How should I color the eyes? I'm also still trying to figure that out. I'll figure it out. No, just leave it there. Okay. Now I'm going to copy paste the eyes. Hopefully they don't look too weird. Because sometimes when I copy paste and like flip certain features, they come out a little funky. Okay, that should be fine. Doesn't look too weird. Or maybe it does. And if it does, then I'll fix it. I can never get the eyes perfectly symmetrical, and it really bugs me. Yeah, that's like close enough. Honestly, I might even just copy paste the like majority of the faces onto all of them also, because again, they're all supposed to be like uniform little chibis. I mean, of course, I'll like move stuff around or like give them different like mouth shapes and whatever, but for the most part, I'm probably just gonna copy paste all the faces too. So what should I give her? I think just like a little, yeah, the little smile. I think that should be enough. Or should I? Nah. Or like a little V for the mouth. That would be cute, but no, I think I'm just gonna go regular little smile. Or should I make it like a U? Zoom in a little bit. There we go. I really should have done warm-ups before the drawing stream, because like, you couldn't tell, my hands might not be cooperating. It doesn't again, when are they ever? Like I say, my hands just aren't working today, but they don't work any day. There we go. Let me just move it a little bit. Okay, not that high up. Maybe like a little... There we go. There we go. She looks so happy. Okay, now time for some of the more like identifiable features, so like hair and clothes. I am a big fan of like the sort of like, I know there's a name for it. I'm not thinking of OG fashion because that's like, it looks different, but like that sort of like princely type like aesthetic. I am a big fan of that. I really like it. And you see that with Adachi and let me zoom out so you could see the other. With Adachi and Fuime. Yeah, these two, like the sort of like prince outfit. I'm a big fan of that. The only downside though is that they tend to be more on like the detailed side, so drawing them is a pain in the ass. They look pretty, but drawing it, especially repeatedly, oh my god, kind of makes me want to die. Because they're just you know, they tend to be more intricate. There's like more like small details going on. So thankfully, I'm not drawing them over and over again. But yeah, I'll start up here. I see two piercings. Okay, I'll start off with those. Those are easy. Little stud here. And a little, I don't know what these are called. That little one over there. There we go. Oh, no, let me draw a little bit better. Should I just make it like this? Yeah, like that is cuter. If I can draw it right. Ah! Cooperate! It's just like a little hoop. It can't be, like, it shouldn't be that difficult. Close enough. I notice like I always struggle with like the simplest shapes ever, and it's so annoying because they're like supposed to be the easiest ones. Or should I have drawn it differently? It looks kind of weird. Well, from afar it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll just keep it that way. Yeah, I'll keep it that way. Okay. Alright, now starting with the hair. I'm gonna try and like simplify the shapes as much as possible. But still like keep it generally the same. So let me see. Okay, like this little piece here. Boom. Boom. There we go. So that's like one chunk. A lot of the times when I find myself like getting kind of overwhelmed, like with hair like this that has like a lot of moving pieces, I try to like visualize, okay, this is one chunk, this is another, like big blocks that all come together to form like the bigger picture, right? So I try and like, okay, this is like one big block of hair, this is like the second block of hair. And I go just like that so that I don't get too overwhelmed, because seeing it all like in one piece, I'm like, where do I start? So I just start smaller portions until I get the full one. And then, see, this is like another chunk right here, so... Hold on. How am I drawing this? Okay. Boop. I should make it a little bit longer. There we go. Boop. When I draw certain things, like making like little sound effects, like boop, beep, bap. I don't know why. I've always done that and I never knew why. I think it's because like when I draw, I'm usually by myself and like don't talk, and it's always like very quiet. So I guess I just got accustomed to making little sounds to fill the void. Hey, that was like the second chunk of hair. See like another one, like a little triangle up here. Go. Okay. And another one here. That one's like turned down a little bit. Wait. I actually, now that I'm seeing, is this like an undercut situation? Wait, hold on. Now that I'm looking at the hair like very, very closely, let me see what she looks like from other angles, because it looks like it might be an undercut. Maybe. I'm trying to see. Yeah, it does look to be. Okay. Alright, now I see it. Alright. That changes things slightly. Not a lot, just slightly. So let me... Where's like the buzzed section? There. And... there we go. Problem? Well, not problem, but like solved. And then... the other side. It's just like a little... thing here. Hey. The little ahoge up top. That's like peak character design right there. I like seeing characters with an ahoge because like it looks like just like a little leaf, a little sprout on the top of their head, and I think it's adorable. I lost my cursor for a second. I don't know how to connect it to the rest. I'll figure it out. Trying to find out more about Adachi was such a interesting experience because, you know, like their gender is like a big contentious point with the fandom. And I was just like shaking my head like, y'all, I thought we were over the gender wars. I thought we learned our lesson from other fandoms past, you know? But I think that will always be an issue when it comes to, you know, fandoms and characters that, you know, I feel like it'll always be an issue. Because there are some that are saying like, Adachi, you know, is trans, and then there's other like, and then there's others that say no, they're just a male character that, you know, is like flamboyant, that likes to go by female pronouns, but they're still male. But then it's like in some translations, we also have to take into account that like the translation to the English version might not be, you know, completely accurate to writer's intentions. Oh, based on this translation, she uses these pronouns, or like other characters refer to her as these pronouns, and I'm just like, I still refer to Adachi as like a she. I am of the belief that like Adachi is like, you know, identifies as like female, or at the very least like refers to themselves as female. So I'm just like, we don't need all like the fighting of like who's right, who's wrong. I feel like we do this every year. Wait, what layer am I on? I don't even remember. Ah, okay. Or no, or should I not have... I know some people are like, oh, eyebrows shouldn't be on top of the hair, but I kind of like it. But it also depends on if it looks dumb or not. No, I'll keep the eyebrows over the hair. It's cute. Alright, now for the clothes. Okay, where do I start? Okay. I like the little... what these things are called. Epaulets? I think that's what they're called. I remember learning that word when I was like a little kid. But I think they're called epaulets. So cute, thank you. Yes, hello. I still think epaulets is a funny word. It reminds me of like when I found out the word for aglet, which is like that thing at the end of your shoelaces, like that sort of plasticky at the end of your shoelaces. Yeah, it's called the aglet. I also learned that as like a little kid. And I was like, that's a funny word. So yeah, same with epaulets. I was like, that's a funny word. Okay, I'll start with... Okay, this type of collar. Again, like I mentioned, I like prince uniform type outfits, but they're a pain in the booty to draw. But I will. I will do it. Yeah. I might also like not draw everything completely to a T, like some of like the smaller patterns, like the ones that she has like on her collar. I might take that one out just to like simplify things. Because I also have to take into account that like a chibi must be like all the details have to be able to like still be readable from a distance, right? And I think it's okay to like omit certain details, like if they're like very very small, just for the sake of like readability and simplicity. But there's like other like finer details that, like I'll still leave, like if I think they're like interesting enough. Okay. I apologize if I have any like little pockets of, you know, of time where I'm like not talking. I try not to leave any dead air, because that's what like all the streaming advice that you see, it's like never have dead air, never have quiet moments. But that's hard. I think people underestimate just how difficult that is, especially if you're not used to talking all the time and not like a face-to-face conversation type like environment, right? Because I think it's easier to keep on a conversation when you're like physically in front of a person talking in real time back to back. Like I think that's way easier than, you know, just alone in the room essentially talking to yourself. Even with chat, you're still talking to yourself, right? And I'm definitely not used to that. I mean, there's people that have like, I guess, an innate gift for it, but not everybody does. And I don't really come from like a background where I like, for example, like learned public speaking skills or like improv skills. Like if you come from a background, like let's say you did like improv or like speech and debate or like public speaking, like you're definitely gonna have like an easier time with that, you know, doing that, because you kind of inadvertently like have training for it. But I don't. I took like one public speaking class and it wasn't even public. Like half of it was online. So that kind of destroyed the whole public speaking purposes, right? So I don't even think I did like got much out of it. So I'm still trying very hard to like just keep talking, but it gets a little bit difficult during certain activities. There's others, like if you're playing a game it's easier, but like if you know you're drawing, it's like a bit harder. But I do also know that some people like watching silent drawing streams. I do know that's also like there's definitely a market for that. But yeah. Time to draw little tassels. But yeah, I don't know why I went on a little tangent about like talking. I think it's just because it's something that like I've noticed like in my streams, just something I notice that like I see room for improvement. Tripping over my words really seals my point. Okay. Huh. What did I do? I was thinking of like because I have like my one BGM song like track that I have like just playing on loop for every stream. I was thinking of like making it sort of like a playlist of like different, you know, BGMs in case of like, you know, streams like this where it's like maybe my talking is a little bit less than others, so that way it's not just like the same song over and over again. Because even though they're meant to be looped, you know, because it's supposed to be like background noise, I will admit sometimes just having the same one over and over and over again can be a little bit, I guess annoying after a while. So I was thinking of doing that for this stream, but I guess I forgot. But I'll definitely have that set up for tomorrow's stream, which is also like another art stream where I'll be animating my starting soon screen, or at least attempting to. I'm not an animator, I'm just putting that out there. I like attempted to do some animation memes back when I was like in middle school, you know, when they were like super popular. But even then, like I never finished one. I always started, but I never finished them. And they weren't good. And that's like my only animation experience. And that was like bajillion years ago. That was like a million years ago. So we'll see. But tomorrow's just gonna be like a simple like tweening type animation, so it's not even gonna be anything too like intense. So I guess I'll just have to see how that goes. Hopefully good. I often get like you know, like constructive criticism that like, oh, you're not confident in your skills. No, I am not. Definitely not. You know what my skills are? Just do it and hope for the best. That summarizes my skills. That is my, I guess, my motto, my work ethic. I just attempt to do things and I hope for the best. And sometimes they turn out all right. And other times they don't. But I don't dwell on them for too long and try again. Is it like 2 buttons? Yeah, it's 2 buttons. The middle bit. Copy paste it to the other side. Gotta make my life easier. Actually, no, make the 2 sides like closer together. There we go. So it's like more in the middle. There we go. Right. I can't tell if this design is the shirt under and then it's a full jacket or if it's a vest. Huh. Like the blue part. I can't tell if it's a vest or if it's like part of like a full jacket. I'm actually having trouble figuring that out. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter like when I draw it. Okay. Oh my god. Let me connect my lines. What if I like erase this little piece? No. There we go, that's more like it. Then the little sleeves. Are they full sleeves or 3/4? Just judging by like where they land like on the arms, I'm gonna say probably more like 3/4. Or maybe not. I'm not sure. I should have looked up more references actually, because I just was like, yeah, let me just pick the one reference and just go with it, but I probably should have gone with more references to make it more accurate. But at the same time, these are CHIBIS, like, it's not anything too serious. Oh no, wait, hold on. I meant to do it on the other layer. Good thing I caught that though before it was too late. Ah. Okay. Got like another little line here at the end of the sleeve. I did on the wrong layer again. And a little blue panel on the side. There we go. And I'll just copy paste the sleeve to the other side. Or maybe I should use the symmetry tool. I'm trying to get used to using the symmetry tool because I realize I've never really used it. Like, I know it's there, I just always forget to use it. And I don't know why, because it would make my life so much easier. But I always forget. Especially with designs like this that I could just flip a lot of the stuff. If it was more of like an asymmetrical thing, then like, yeah, for sure I would, you know, not. But her design's pretty symmetrical, so I probably should have used it. Whenever I read Adashi's name, like I always just like randomly get reminded of the J-pop group Adashi, because they have the same name. And like I saw earlier that they're disbanding after like almost or just about 30 years? Actually, let me fact check before I sound stupid. After... how long has it been? 25? 25? 20... Let me do my math. I swear I know my numbers. 27 years. 27. Okay. So just under 30. But yeah, like they're disbanding after like 27 years. And like that's crazy. Most groups in general, not even just, you know, like boy bands or like rock bands, like just groups in general don't last. A lot of them don't even last half that long or a quarter that long, right? So yeah, I saw a lot of people were like sad about it. And like I totally get it, because like even though I'm not an Adashi fan, right? You know, I never actually really listened to them. I probably should though, because they're like iconic in the scene, you know? But even though I'm not like a big fan or like much of a listener of them, I can still like sympathize with the, you know, like they're so iconic and just like pivotal to the specifically male idol scene, right? So it's like seeing such a big pillar go. Like, that's crazy. Like, I'll put the symmetry pin up because I always lose it. But yeah, it really like got me thinking that like, dang, like the people in groups that we follow now that like we see as like the pillars of like music of our generation, right? Whatever, you know, like Gen Z millennial type generation, right? Like one day they're gonna they too are gonna say bye-bye, and we're gonna feel like something similar to what, you know, like people from like, you know, like 20 years ago, like the artists that they grew up listening to, same thing, like they're all disbanding now, like dang. And like we never really think about it, right? Until it happens. Same with like seeing them like aging, which is like kind of a weird thing to say, because of course they're aging, they're humans just like us, of course they're gonna get older, but like you never think about it. Like I was thinking about that recently because My Chemical Romance started their tour, right? Like a few days ago. And the thing is, I love My Chemical Romance. I really do. I really like My Chemical Romance. I only got to listening to them like somewhat like recent years. Cause like, okay, My Chemical Romance like started like before I was born, technically. And like they had like their big heyday when I was like a toddler. So it's not like I grew up around them for sure, but never like, you know, listen to them when they were like super duper active. But I still see them as like, you know, kind of like, actually no, they're probably more millennial, aren't they? Whatever, just like rock band of our generation, right? And then, you know, they didn't do stuff for years, and now they're like coming back with this tour and whatever. And I'm seeing like, I'm like, dang. Like, not in a bad way, of course. But I'm like, they're aging. And like, I never thought about it. Like, I never thought of a day where like an emo band would be like getting gray hairs. Like, I never thought about it. Because to me, emos, they're so like emo bands, like they're so like of the time, right? Like mid 2000s, early 2010s, like that type of era. And like you see like, I guess just the music videos and stuff, and like they look so young, like 20 somethings. And that's how to me, that's how they always are. Like, I think My Chemical Romance, I think of them like 20 somethings, but now I'm like, wait, they're not. And like, I know that sounds so stupid, because of course it's like, of course, you know, they're gonna age, just like how you got older. But it's like, I don't know, I never thought about it until now. It's good to see though. But when I was scrolling through Twitter a few days ago and I saw the picture of Gerard Way with like the full gray hair, and I was like, it really like made the whole thing like sink into me. I'm like, oh, they really are getting older. I don't know, just like something I noticed. It's a silly thing, I know. It sounds so obvious, but I never gave it much thought. Until now. Alright, let me get back to drawing. Okay, drawing her little boots. These boots were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Yeah, her little boots. Ah, I did not mean for the symmetry pen to do that. Okay. I'm trying to make it symmetrical. Or whatever. I'm spending way too long on just one chibi. My initial what's the word? Objective was to get through all of them, at least a sketch for all of them. But I'm spending so much time on just Adachi, I'm like, dang, I really need to pick up my pace. Like now. I still have 6 more to go. Maybe trying to do 7 was too ambitious, but like, I don't know, I think I can do it. Actually no, I'll just copy paste. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna copy paste the shoes. Oh, I do have something to mention for tomorrow. I was actually considering like just not saying anything about it and making it like a surprise. I mean, it's still gonna be a surprise. I'm not gonna say exactly what it is, but I was like, should I like mention that something else is happening tomorrow, or should I not? Like just completely out of the blue. But then I was like, no, I'll say, at least allude to something. So like I said, for tomorrow's stream, I'm like, you know, it's another art stream animating my new like starting screen, as well as like showing off my full character design sheet, right? That's all that I mentioned before today. But I actually had another surprise on top of that for tomorrow. I'm not gonna say exactly what it is, but just know that how do I say this without giving too much away? I'll just say this. Tomorrow I might like, cause before, like, what you see now, how I look now, my little PNG tuber, I might look a little different. That's all I'm going to say about the matter. You'll figure it out, like, if you come and see tomorrow. Or the VOD. I know I got a lot of VOD watchers. But, which, by the way, shout out to the VOD watchers. Shout out to any watchers, whether you, see me, like, live or on VOD. I appreciate you all. But yeah, I just wanted to, like, allude to something else happening tomorrow. But yeah, I will look a little different. How different? You just have to wait and see. Oh, it's one of those like long coats. Hold on. Man. Am I gonna draw the pinstripes? I might. I try not to draw like patterns, but like pinstripes are pretty easy, so I don't see why not. Yeah, I'll probably try it. Alright, I'm back. And oh yeah, drawing the coat. That. It looks kind of messy now, but I'll just clean it up later. Just trying to get the general like coat shape down at least. And then like the little coattails at the back. I don't know how I would draw this actually. I'm not used to drawing like this type of outfit. Even though I really do want to do it more. I don't have as much practice in it. But yeah, I was thinking more about it yesterday, like, oh, I want to do a lot of like enstars, like dance covers in the future, right? Because I'm like, the choreographies look fun, I'll like them. But then I realized, like, wait, even though like I'm not gonna like try and like do like cosplay type dance covers, even though those are always cool, always fun. But I'm definitely not going to like try and like match the outfits to a T or anything. But I was like, huh, I kind of don't have any like, no, not that I don't have any, like I don't have a lot or like a variety of like like masculine leaning like clothes, right? And I was like, huh. Even though it's technically not like a requirement, but like it adds to it, you know? So I was like, man, I'm gonna have to go shopping for some like more mask leaning clothes. Cause I really don't have a lot. And I was like thinking about it last night and I was like, man, I kinda don't. Let's let me erase a bit of the leg. My leg. Hmm. My mic fell over. I don't know if that like made like a sound. Now I see like the body's like slightly asymmetrical and it's like bugging me. Yeah. It should be okay. I'm just gonna try not look at it too hard because the longer I look at it, the more that I'll be like, I need to fix it. But no, I'm already spending way too much time. I'll do the smaller details later. But for now, she's like mostly complete. So I'll take that as a win. Oh, I said I was going to like copy paste the face, but I realized I merged the layers together. Fuck. Alright, time to do this the hard way. I'm just gonna have to... Looks like I'm only gonna be able to lasso tool in one eyebrow. One singular eyebrow. Actually, no, yeah, I'll just copy paste the eyes and the mouth will probably be different for all of them anyways. Okay. Wait. Got a little too close there. Just... Oh, wait. I have to zoom out again so I can move the eye. Wait, who was next? I already forgot who's next. Like in the line. I forgot how I ordered this already. Oh no, next one was supposed to be Mayoi. But he's down there. Hold on. Let me move the face. We got Mayoi from Alkaloid. Which I'm gonna try and speedrun now. Yeah, sorry, my guy. I'm gonna have to speedrun you a little bit. Because I realized I spent way too much time on just one character. I'm gonna have to speedrun all of them. Speaking of Alkaloid, I listened to Blackout Seesaw, which I know is like a popular song of theirs. I just never gave it a listen to before. I didn't play it yesterday, but I listened to the full song yesterday, like after stream, and I really like it. It's a cool song, and it's a rhythmically very interesting song. I'm not like a... I never learned music theory or anything, so I might be saying this wrong, but like I could have sworn there was like 2 or 3 like tempo or like time signature changes in the song. I might be saying that completely wrong. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Anyone that knows music theory will probably, and like that knows that song, will probably be like, actually. You said it wrong or whatever. Again, I don't know music theory. I remember trying to teach myself music theory. Cause like for a while I was like dead set on like becoming like a music producer, and I was like, and everybody always says, you have to learn music theory, you have to learn music theory. So I tried teaching myself music theory, but then I gave up after like 30 minutes. I was like, nah. No. My smooth brain can only handle so much information. And right now, she's at capacity. So then I kind of just gave up on that. Never became a music producer. But maybe I will in the future. If I learn music theory, which, again, I don't think I'll... Or at least not as hardcore as like some people are about it. I want to give him like a big ol' smile to show all like the sharp teeth. Because like I said before, like I love like character designs that have like sharp teeth. So I really want to put emphasis on it. I mean, that's why I gave myself sharp teeth. Like if you see my open mouth sprite, I got like the little fangs, right? It's like peak character design for me. I was trying to like, I was thinking about it. I was like, yeah, why do I like sharp teeth like in characters so much? Like specifically, right? Like why sharp teeth? And honestly, I think that was like something since childhood. Because I remember being a wee lass, and for some reason I had like a vampire phase. A phase where I was like really big into vampires. For some, I don't know why. I actually don't know why. But that was like a phase I went through. And I think that was the reason why. It was probably because of that. Because like, now thinking about it, like as a child, I actually did like watch a lot of like monster related, but specifically was really drawn to like vampire related media. Like for example, like my favorite Monster High character was Draculaura. I think that says enough. I already think that says enough. That's already a dead giveaway, right? But I also watch shows like My Babysitter's a Vampire, and like I read some vampire books. Like, you know, I guess it was written in the stars that I would be into like sharp teeth characters in the future. I know what you mean about the song. I'm also not good at music theory though. Yeah. Something about sharp teeth and fangs look cool. Yes, it is. Like, it just makes them look so... I don't know. Cooler. It just rocks. It's just peak character design. He looks a little bit silly, but I'll fix it. I mean, he is silly. like his long hair. I'm gonna start with the hair right now. Yeah. Actually, no, I'll do the teeth. I'll finish off the teeth because I already have the mouth, like, general outline done. Little shark teeth. Ah, so silly. I know it's supposed, like, I guess intended to be scary, but I think it's cute. I think it's adorable. Little silly guy. I remember I called him Purple Guy yesterday because I forgot what his name was. I'm still learning, like, the characters' names and whatever, and I was like, oh, I know who I'm talking about, but I forgot his name. I need to say something. Purple Guy. Unintended FNAF reference. But yeah, in my mind, I will always think of him as Purple Guy. Like, I know he has a name, but it's just funny to say that. The Purple Guy. No, I remember there was one time I was driving and then I looked to my side and in another lane there was a purple car. Now, you don't see different colored cars that often, so to see a purple car on the road, I was like, oh, it's the car behind the slaughter! That was like the dumbest joke I ever came up with. This is so real. It's so much to get into such a big cast. Absolutely. Like, I feel kind of dumb for not memorizing all, like, the characters' names, but then I also have to remind myself there's, like, close to 50, or I think 50, like, of just the idols. That's not including, like, any side characters. I'm like, that's a lot. And to be honest, I feel like most, like, when it comes to media that has, like, giant, like, ensemble casts, kind of like, you know, well, pretty much any idol franchise, so, like, Ensemble Stars or Love Live, Idol Master, that, like, over the years has accumulated a huge cast of, like, dozens, if not close to hundreds of characters. Like, I feel like majority of fans of the series, like, for the most part, don't memorize every single character's name. Like, we have our Oshis, right? And, like, they, like, focus on them, right? Or, like, they have, like, their favorite groups, like, a handful, but I wouldn't expect, like, every fan to know every single character name, personality trait, blood type. Like, that's a bit much. I think it's okay to, like, mainly focus on, like, your Oshis or, like, the few, like, groups that, like, you really are into, but I don't think it's, like, a big requirement to, like, memorize all of them. Because I think that's just not realistic, you know? Especially if you're a fan of multiple of those types of series. Like, dang. I don't got that kind of memory. I wish I did, though. I'd be unstoppable, but kudos to the people who do. But I am a big forgetter. I'm not a rememberer. I'm a forgetter. I forgore. But yeah, like, for example, like, I'm like a big, like, Love Live fan. If I were to try and memorize every Love Live character plus every OnStar character, like, that's already too much for me. It took me forever to, like, memorize every Project Sekai character, and that cast is leagues smaller. So imagine, you know, it's just never gonna work. But I try my best, you know, I'm trying to, like, learn at least a good amount of, like, character names and, like, general story bits about them. But I'm not making it a huge priority to, like, memorize every single little thing about them. Because at the end of the day, me personally, I play rhythm games for the rhythm game aspect, not so much like the story aspect. Do I still like the characters? Yes. But like, I don't really like read the stories, for example. Or at least not all of them. I feel you, we forgore. Heart hands, yes, heart hands. Oh, I wish I had a heart hands toggle. I was thinking of that actually. When I was thinking of like different hand toggles. I was like, what if I make like little heart hands one? But I forgot to do that. I'm the reverse. I'm an on-starry that's just getting into Love Life now. Well, congratulations! I got into Love Live like... No, I got into Love Live during quarantine. And I've been like on and off. But like I remember playing like School Idol Festival, like when that game was still around. Rest in peace. I loved Sif. I loved School Idol Festival. And I will forever mourn its end of service. I will forever mourn it. But yeah, I would play School Idol Festival. I would watch like a lot of the live performances. I was like a sponge. I was trying to like watch anything and everything Love Live. And like at the time, Love Live wasn't, which is crazy to say, not even as big as it is now, like in terms of like the different characters and like different groups. Because when I got in, it was really just Muse, 𝒂𝒂𝒎, 𝒔𝒐𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍�, and I think 𝒔𝒂𝒎 was just starting. I remember like seeing like the announcements for 𝒔𝒂𝒎 like just starting. And now it's 𝒔𝒂𝒎, now we've got Hasuno Sora, and now we're getting Bluebird. Like just now, like Bluebird is starting. So it's like doubled since the time that like I started, which wasn't even that long ago. Like I wasn't even there since the beginning. I was actually very late. I was like 10 years behind. But I feel like they're working much faster now, because the time between the time between Muse and 𝒂𝒂𝒎 was I think 5 or 6 years. No, I think it was like 6 years. But then the time between 𝒂𝒂𝒎 and 𝒔𝒐𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍𝒔 was I think only like 3-4 years. And then the time between 𝒔𝒐𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍𝒔 and 𝒔𝒂𝒎 I think was 3 years. And again, the time between 𝒔𝒂𝒎 and Hasuno Sora I think was another 2 years. Yeah, like they keep like I feel like they're debuting the groups a lot faster now. I think those are like all the big pieces of his hair. Now it's for like the little braid. I look at Mayuri and like I feel like I would have slayed as a Mayuri cosplayer. Like if I knew about enstars like when was it? 2-3 years ago, because lore drop, or I guess IRL lore drop, when like 2-3 years ago I actually had purple hair. I had purple hair like 2-3 years ago. Not anymore, sadly. But like it was around like his color. The color here, it was like a little bit darker than what I had, but it was like around this. And I feel like if I knew about enstars back then, I would have slayed as a Mayuri cosplayer. Because I would have already had the hair, no wig needed. But alas, I don't have purple hair at the moment. I've been thinking of trying to like dye my hair again though. Maybe not purple, but to something. Because I miss having dyed hair. It was very cool. I think that's it for the hair for now. I drew like the laziest braid ever. I know I could have done better, but I drew like super lazy. Alright, let's see if I could draw his outfit at least faster. I need space for like the belt. I really like the diamond patterns a lot. Okay, let me draw his shoes. Let me see. Where did the shoes go? Okay, they go like this. Sorta. Oh no, I messed up. I'll fix it. Hold on. Ah, the sketch is already getting like super messy. Ah. Let me clean it up real quick before it gets worse. And I didn't even get the symmetry pen quite right. Then again, not really used to using it. I probably should though. Why am I trying so hard? I always forget to I can copy paste. have to draw like the line on like the side of the pants. I forgot about that. It's just this, no? I think so. I'm trying to draw the little diamonds. Let me see. Alright, then just copy paste them. Because I don't got that kind of patience. There we go. Let me draw his little gloves. That part's easy. You know, onto the jacket. I'm trying to figure out how it works. Okay. Okay, I think I get it. I think. Watch me be wrong. Yeah, there we go. It's like kind of cropped, so it doesn't end like all the way. Just why is my pen like acting up? Hold on. In hindsight, maybe it was a bit ambitious to try and do 7 chibis in like a couple hours. Especially because I'm not a fast artist in the slightest. I love seeing what's it called, like people like doing like speed drawing challenges, like because I'm always so amazed at like the people that like are able to like draw like full gorgeously rendered pieces in like less than 2 hours. I'm always like, how? Teach me your ways. But I think it's really just practice, and also some people are just faster than others. I do think that, you know. And I know like speed isn't, you know, indicative of like when a drawing is like good or whatever, but it definitely helps. Especially if you do anything like commissions, or like it's your job, or like any sort of thing where you have to do a lot of pieces. You know, it's like, if the faster you are at it, it definitely helps. And I've always been kind of envious of like fast artists. And like I want to try and get better, get good, essentially. But it takes time, with time, and obviously, and like I think I'll never be that fast. But I try to do anything I can to like speed up the process at least a little bit. I mean, to be fair, I have to like give myself some credit. I only just got back into drawing after like, when was it? I would say I really got back into drawing like a month and a half ago. Because I used to draw more when I was younger, but not so much anymore. But because I haven't done that, I will say like my I guess my art style, I guess you would say, like completely stagnated. After not drawing for years, it's like, yeah, I could still draw even after that time, but it's like there was no improvement, so it's like, well, I mean, I'm not saying I didn't draw at all for like that few years period. It was more so just like on and off, on and off. Like one day I'll get the motivation and it'll be like, I draw for a week and then I stop. A few months later, I draw for a week and then I stop. And that was like my cycle for like a good few years. But I really wouldn't count that as like consistent, you know, like practice, improvement, that kind of thing. Definitely not. So that's why I still say like I hadn't drawn for real in a long time. But now I'm like motivated to like draw like for real and like get better. I'm already getting some lag issues, no. My drawing program isn't even that heavy, it's actually pretty lightweight, so I don't know, I'm getting lag issues. And then again, I notice whenever I stream for like getting close to the 2-hour mark, my computer starts bugging out. That's partially the reason why streams don't last longer than like 2 hours. And my PNG tuber stopped working. Just great. That also, I noticed that also seems to happen around the 2-hour mark, and I don't get why. But I can fix it. Just gotta disappear for a second. And boop. I always come back. Oh, there's like the, what are they called? Spades? The buttons are spades. They're really small though. I honestly might just make them little circles. It's because they're so small and this is a chibi, so I don't think I'll be able to fit them. Yeah, I'll just make them regular buttons then. What else? What else am I missing? I think the hat. That's like the last like big piece. Other like little details I'll like leave out for the coloring process, but I'm talking like big like line art type pieces. And now I'm realizing I never draw hats. Ah. I mean, I don't need to, but like it adds to the outfit. I love the hat, I just never draw them. And then... how do I draw the brim? No, that looks weird. Hold on. How do you draw it? Hold on. Okay. I kinda see it. It's making me remember why I don't draw hats. It's kinda there. I see it. You know what? Yeah, I'll call that a success. It's like kinda there. Kinda. Oh my god. Hands work. Okay. My hands don't want to cooperate like half the time. I'm really getting bad lag issues. I seriously need to fix that. I'm not really sure how to, though. I think that's as detailed as I'm gonna make the hat. It's not quite there, but it's like as good as it's gonna get for today. Oh, I still have 5 more. To be honest, I don't think I'll be able to finish them. I think I really did bite off more than I could chew, huh? I notice I always tend to do that. Like, especially with drawing streams, I always end up saying like, I'm gonna finish this, and then I don't finish. Or at least not within like the time frame I have allotted myself. Alright, let me see if I can... I know I'm not gonna be able to finish them all. Fuck. Because my hand's already starting to get a little tired. I might finish them off stream, because I think it's still possible, and I do still want to finish them. But I might not be able to finish them all today. I do want to at least get Natsume done. Well, maybe not done, but like at least started. He was originally gonna be first in the line, but then I changed like the layout. Wait, he was originally gonna be the first one I did. But let me at least get him started, and then that's where I'll end. Like, I want to say so far, the little bit of, you know, that I've played and the little bit of enstars knowledge I have, he might be my favorite. But honestly, I think it might just be... Because, like, I noticed something. I was like, wait, why did I gravitate to Natsume first, right, compared to the other ones? And then I realized he's, like, the male counterpart for, like, the character that first caught my eye, like, in Love Live, which was Maki from Muse. I was like, wait, that's just male Maki. And I was like, huh. It's like the first character that I liked in Love Live, the designated red hair character, and then the first character I end up liking in Ensemble Stars, the designated red hair character. I mean, not designated, because there's multiple characters with red hair, but I mean like that first stood out to me, red hair character. I'm like, maybe I do have a type. Like looking like what's the word? Critically at it, I'm like, huh. It's funny that it happened twice, isn't it? Oh, this piece is like longer. I always forget. Actually, no, I think I'll have the eyes peeking through the hair. There we go. I erased a little bit too much there. Oh, now I'm getting confused with his hair. Hold on. It's not exactly, but it'll work. For now, it's fine. Actually, I think I will be able to get him done. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta say it. Yeah. I feel like I'm somehow moving through this one faster. Somehow. I don't know why. Okay. His outfit. Where do I start? Okay, thinking big shapes. Big shapes. Okay. I'm getting like that bad lag again. Oh, I think I messed up his jacket. It doesn't look quite right. Ah, poo. Whatever, I'm just trying to get him done as fast as possible. Ah. I need to get at least half of them done. Alright, that's the sleeves. Or the lack of, I should say. And then there's like this cape hood type situation. Here, how do I draw that? Like that? Or... yeah, I'll draw it like that. When I zoom and I realize all my lines are fucked up. No. I'll fix it later. What's next? I'll do his gloves next. Well, when they're just circle hands, it's literally just 2 lines, I think. Yeah, the lag is pretty bad. And I'll be working with like more stuff tomorrow, so like if I can't find a way to fix it, I might have to do something different tomorrow then. Oh, I just realized I never gave him a mouth. Oops. Sorry, my guy. Let me give you a mouth real quick. How should I draw him? Burp. No, no, just kidding. Would be funny though. There we go. At least he's happy. Burp. No. I don't have like half of his details down, but I think that's gonna have to be it for today, mainly because I'm getting some like lag performance issues and I don't like it. I'm gonna have to figure that out before tomorrow. I notice I always have like technical difficulties. I've never had a stream where like something doesn't go wrong. And that's kind of bad. At least I got almost half of them down. Yeah, maybe 7 was a bit too much. But at least I tried. Yeah. It was fun and also kind of hard to draw them. Especially because, like, this is my first time drawing any one of them. Let alone 7. Or at least attempting to do 7. I might finish these. I might not. We'll see. It was just supposed to be for fun, trying to like draw some of the Instar boys. I might do more Instar streams, we'll see. I want to do a variety of rhythm games, because that's like kind of my thing, at least in terms of like gaming is concerned. Rhythm games are like my jam. So I'm gonna try and do more of them, but I'll definitely do like more Instar streams for sure. Because it is a very fun game. I am really liking it so far. And it seems like you guys yesterday really liked it too. So I might keep those up every once in a while. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, I believe. Tomorrow, it says on the stream schedule, it's another art stream. But if I keep having issues, I might make it something else. Maybe even something better. We'll see. But I did allude to, you know, the fact that I'm showing off my full character design sheet, but also I did allude to allude is such a funny word. But I did hint at potentially also I just realized my PNG tuber's not working again. But I did also hint towards also showing something else tomorrow. Like I mentioned, I might look a little different. But that's all I'm gonna say on the matter. But yeah, until then, thank you everybody who came today. I know I wasn't too chatty. I try my best to talk a lot, especially during my art streams, because there's not a lot going on. But it's I don't know, today was a bit difficult. I will try to improve on that though. Unless you guys like the silent art streams. I know some people like watching silent art streams and it's just like music in the background. I think those are perfectly fine and chill, honestly. I sometimes watch those myself, but I don't know about you guys. But like, if people say they like it, then I might just do those, honestly. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming. I had fun. Albeit some little difficulties with some details here and there, but I had fun. And I hope to see you all tomorrow for all the stuff that I'm showing off. So yeah, I think that'll be about it for today. Again, thank you everybody for coming, even if it was just for a little bit. Even if you just popped your head in and then popped back out, that's perfectly fine. Thank you for, at the very least, checking me out. And thank you to anybody who's still watching up until this point. Thank you for staying. And oh, thank you to any VOD watchers. I know I have a lot of VOD watchers. Thank you to the VOD watchers. Thank you to all the watchers. But yeah, until next time, sweet dreams and bye bye. I'm gonna click the button. Boop. Yay.